Hi there. Welcome to One Down Dog on Demand. My name's Cerrissa and I'll be guiding you through your flow. For class today, you'll have the option to use a couple of yoga blocks, but otherwise, you'll just need your yoga mat. Thank you for joining in and sharing in your practice. The focus for class today is all about our prana, or what translates in English into our internal life force, our life force of energy. This focus comes with the intention of giving you space for a radical self check in. Time to notice first how your body's feeling, and we'll use the physical asana, the yoga postures to achieve this. And then time to check in a little bit deeper into our hearts, our souls, some of the other places that we don't often check in as much. Our time on the mat is so precious because it can give us this moment to pause, to notice, and then to become more aware of some things that we might be avoiding, some things that could possibly leave us feeling out of balance. So today we'll be finding balance within our bodies, opening up through the front and back line, and within that opening, finding the intention of opening up to deeper spaces within us. That being said, let's begin. And if you are choosing to use your playlist for today that was provided, let's sync it up together. We'll press play on our playlist in 3, 2, 1, play. Meet me on your mat. Child's pose is where we'll begin. Bring your big toes to touch and draw your knees out wide. Find a few moments of movement. Shift your hips out from side to side. Just begin to notice all the little details, how your body's feeling as you enter into the posture. Then once you're ready, big toes touch, knees out wide. Extend your palms forward and begin to settle in. Soften your forehead down onto the mat. And just breathe. First opportunity to begin to become more aware. How's your body feeling in this moment? Maybe you notice the sensation in your palms connected into the mat. Notice how open your shoulders might be feeling. Begin to notice any tension in your lower back, any tightness in your hips. And just breathe into it. Breathe into whatever physical sensations you're feeling right now. And check in with your breath. Let's set up a Ujjayi pranayama to begin to build heat from the inside out. First, exhale everything out of your mouth, completely empty your lungs. Then find a slow, controlled inhale with a slight constriction towards the back of your throat. And mindfully exhale out of your nose at the same slow pace. As you're breathing, see if you can begin to turn your thoughts, pull them away from the external, and draw them further inward. Begin to notice more of what is going on inside of you in this moment. Where's your breath landing? How's the depth? How's the pace? What sort of energy is buzzing through your nervous system in this moment? And then when you begin to notice that energy, where is it landing? Is it all the way up in your crown, creating thoughts that possibly come in too fast? Do you need to draw your energy down to get a little bit more grounded? Is your energy possibly stuck lower in your body, creating feelings of tiredness, maybe inertia, sluggishness? You need to pull your prana up higher to make you feel more alive, more energetic. Maybe you're somewhere in between. There's literally endless variables, and there's absolutely no right answer. The intention is just to notice without judgment, without seeking an immediate fix. Just breathe into whatever it is that you're currently feeling. This class is all about finding balance within yourself, and that truly means something different and unique to each of us, and it varies day by day. So listen to yourself. I'm simply here as a guide. As long as you're breathing, you're doing it right. Let's take one more full and complete cycle of breath together to begin. Inhale. Slowly exhale. On your next inhale, begin to rise up into a neutral tabletop position. Once there, if available, see if you can keep your eyes closed. Just begin to invite free movement into your body, whatever feels natural, whatever feels right at this moment. And I won't be cueing anything specific, So this could be a few cat-cows. Maybe you roll out your wrists, roll out your ankles. Sway your hips from side to side. Take some hip circles, whatever feels correct in this moment. Only you know. And as we are beginning to open up physical spaces in our bodies, maybe begin to notice how you can open up more space in your lungs for your breath. Maybe you're paying a little bit more attention to what's going on in your mind. Take a few more breaths to even yourself out in any way that you need to. Let's meet back in our neutral tabletop position. From here, plant your palms with an inhale. Exhale, high plank pose, pause, breathe. First point of resistance in class, begin to notice what exactly comes up. Take your gaze down. See what you can do to workshop this posture, make it a little bit easier, a little bit more sustainable in your body. Bend your elbows slightly more so that you're engaging your biceps and all the muscles to support you. Become aware of the space in the back of your heart between your shoulder blades. Press it up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press your hips all the way up and back. First down dog of class, make it yours. And as much as it feels comfortable for you in class, close your eyes. Practice your balance internally, externally, and just use your eyes being closed when it's available to notice more. Notice sensations, notice breath. And settle into downward facing dog as you're ready. Just a moment of stillness. Work to create more length throughout your entire body. Then open up through the places that make you feel more rooted, more stable, more secure, especially the back line of your body. Press your hips open and back. Inhale. Exhale, ragdoll forward fold as slow as you can. Slow, slow, slow. Mindful. Press your palms down. Use your lower core. Little bit slower than that into your forward fold. Once there, soften your heels down. Mindful free movement, once again, what feels right. Maybe that's keeping your palms on the ground, swaying from side to side. Maybe you take this into a few twists. You can move into a chest expansion, whatever you need. Continue to breathe. Let this be a nice decompression for your spine. Head and neck are completely heavy. And even yourself out. Begin to draw your feet in towards each other. Big toes touch. Leave a little bit of space between your heels. Close your eyes and as slow as you can, begin to round your spine up, vertebra by vertebra. Once you've reached the top, roll your shoulders back a few times. Roll your shoulders forward. Pause. Breathe. Spread your palms open. Spread your collarbones open so you have space for your heart. Open up your throat. And just become aware. Notice any changes after a little bit of movement. And if you have any sort of an intention that you'd like to set for your class, an intention could be a word, a thought, a wish, a prayer, a dedication, just something to make your asana more than the physical. Whatever your intention is, maybe it's just focusing on finding balance today. Let's unite it with a big inhale together. Exhale, send it out. Gently blink your eyes open. Inhale, upright mountain pose. Reach your arms up over your head. Pause, breathe. Notice your connection to the mat, the places that make you feel stable. Find equal weight between all four corners of your feet. Then reach your fingertips up higher. Pull your energy up. Inhale. Exhale, side body stretch towards the right, and let's add a curtsy lunge to this. So right leg forward, left leg back. Pause here, breathe. Squeeze your inner thighs in towards each other. Option to take your gaze up. Stretch through your left side body. Inhale, come back to center. Use your inner thighs to balance. Exhale, side body stretch over towards the opposite direction. Once you feel stable, take it into the curtsy lunge, opposite leg back. Draw both of your hips forward, breathe into your right side. Inhale. Exhale, come back to upright mountain pose. Inhale, come up a little bit higher. Exhale, standing back bend, lift your chest, open up your heart, and get a little bit heavier into your heels. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up. Exhale, forward fold, soft, slow on your way down. Inhale, halfway lift, pause, breathe here. See if you can find more space between your tailbone and the crown of your head. Notice where your weight is, shift it slightly further forward into the balls of your feet. Inhale. Exhale, frog squat. Step your feet out hip width distance apart or a little bit wider than your mat. Press your palms together, and this is a great place to bring your block into your practice. And you can just bring it underneath your hips, sit on it, whatever you need to find a little bit more space. Bring the mat a little bit closer to you. Wherever you are, press your elbows into your knees. Drop your tailbone down. Exhale. Inhale is high plank. Step both of your feet back. Next, exhale, slowly lower down to the mat. More than welcome to drop down to your knees for this first one. Bring your fingertips underneath your shoulders. Inhale, cobra pose. Lift your chest up. Pause. Breathe. Press a little bit harder into the space between your index fingers and your thumbs. Soften your glutes. Squeeze your elbows in like wings. Inhale. Exhale, softly lower your forehead down. Next, inhale, press up through a high plank or a tabletop position. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press your hips all the way up and back. Breathe. All right, that's our Sun A. We'll flow through it 2 times breath to movement, once together and then 1 time on your own. Of course, I will be here doing it with you if you need a visual. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, hop, step, float, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, bow over your legs. Inhale, upright mountain, rise up. Exhale, side body stretch with the curtsy lunge towards the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, side body stretch towards the opposite direction. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, standing back bend, open up your heart. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, frog squat, step your feet out. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, slowly lower your belly down to the mat. Inhale, cobra pose, lift your chest up, elbows in. Exhale, softly lower down. Inhale, press up through high plank or a tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Continue to build heat throughout your body. Let's do this one more time through on our own. Feel free to add on, feel free to subtract. Move with the rhythm of your own breath. And when you're ready, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Take a moment once again just to notice shifts in your energy, shifts in your breath, shifts in your physical body, what's feeling more alive, more awakened, more open. Let's continue to move with that. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold, travel soft to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, bow over your legs. Inhale, chair pose, reach up, pause, breathe, and sit low. Another major point of resistance and a massively heat-building posture. Notice what you need to sustain it. Maybe that's finding a hip width distance stance so that you feel a little bit more stable. Today, that's going to work a little bit better in my anatomy. Wherever you are, drop your hips down low. Dig your heels into the mat. They're here to support you. Notice your spine, your core. Work to take some of the rounding out of your lower back. Protect your lower back by engaging your lower belly a little bit more. Inhale, reach a little bit taller. Exhale, grounded airplane. Sweep your left foot back. Right leg is your foundation. Pause here. Breathe. This is a great place to bring your blocks into the practice if that works for you. This gives your spine a little bit more length, and that's what we're going for. Pull up from the inseam of your left inner thigh. Feel your left inner thigh draw up towards the ceiling. Pull your chest up. Inhale. Exhale, take it in just a little bit deeper. Next, inhale, crescent lunge. Step your left foot all the way back. Adjust your stance as you need. Rise up. Breathe. It's our first time in this dynamic lunge. If you want to come in and out of it a little bit, that's more than okay. Settle in when you're ready. Once again, notice your stabilizing muscles. Notice where your feet are. If you need to bring your feet out a little bit wider to feel stable, rooted, go for it. Feel more of a stretch in your left hip flexor. Lift your chest up, arms up high. Inhale. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Sweep your chest forward, sweep your arms back. Pause, breathe. You can always interlace your hands at your lower back to get a little bit more of a stretch. Pull your chest forward, draw your hips towards the back of your mat. Warm up through the back line of your body a little bit more. Exhale, release your grip if it's still there. Next, inhale, modified pyramid pose. Bend into your back knee, pike your front heel down into the mat. Pause here. If this feels like too much of a stretch for your right hamstring, bring your back foot in just a little bit more. You can bring it in as much as you need so that it feels sustainable for you. But otherwise, we are going for a big stretch in the fleshy, meaty part of our hamstring. So keep a little bit of a bend in your front knee. Draw your collarbones forward. Inhale. Exhale, come down into a low lunge. Inhale, high plank. Next exhale, vinyasa if you want it. Chaturanga, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lift your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Push your hips up and back. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do the other side. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold, travel to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, sit low, breathe. Second time here. What's coming up? If your toes are gripping the mat, let them release. If your chest is collapsing, lift it up a little bit higher. And if you're losing your breath, come back to it. Notice what comes up in the resistance. How can you bring more power? Find a place to sustain. Inhale. Exhale, grounded airplane, opposite side. Once again, bring your blocks into the practice if that helps you on this side and if that's what you did on the other side especially. Keep a soft bend in your bottom and supporting leg. Draw your right pinky toe down, chest forward. Inhale. Exhale, take it just a little bit deeper. Next, inhale, crescent lunge. Rise up, breathe. Find some movement if you did so on the other side. Settle in when you're ready. Fix your gaze. Find one point to look at that makes you feel strong. Maybe that's looking up, maybe that's opening up your throat and pulling your energy up higher. Do it with your fingertips, then sink down a little bit lower into your lower body. Stretch through your right hip flexor. Inhale. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Sweep forward, palms back. Interlace your hands at your lower back once again if you did so on the other side. Pull in through your lower core. Of course, I have the baby here in my tummy, but otherwise, you would try and find a separation between your belly and your upper thigh. So pull up through your lower core. Lift your chest more. Exhale. Release your grip. Inhale, modified pyramid pose. Once again, bring your back foot in if that works a little bit better. Keep a small bend in your front leg so that you're using your big muscles rather than any space behind your knees or behind your ankles to feel this stretch. Inhale. Exhale, come down into your low lunge. Next inhale is a high plank. Let's get these out of the way. Exhale, vinyasa however you want it. You can always take your chaturanga on your knees. You can take this into a cobra. You can skip every chaturanga, make it a child's pose, literally whatever is sustainable for your body today. Let's take a moment to breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Another breath like that. Inhale. Exhale. Now we'll flow one time together, one time on your own. And again, I will be here as a visual. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, bow in. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, grounded airplane. Right leg is your foundation. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Inhale, modified pyramid, back knee bent. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, high plank. You can always make this a single leg chaturanga. Exhale, your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do the other side. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, grounded airplane. Left leg is your foundation. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Inhale, modified pyramid. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, your vinyasa. If you made this a single leg chaturanga on the other side, even yourself out on this side. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's meet together for a breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Once again, notice as the heat builds. Before we move into this next flow on your own, same thing that we just did, notice where your energy is right now. It's a little bit higher. Do you need to practice feeling more grounded by maybe holding your down dog, coming into a child's pose? Do you need to continue to pick it up? Take another flow, maybe add on, maybe make it a little bit more breathy, a bit more vigorous. The intention here is just to notice what you need to begin to find more balance in your body. Let's flow through that one more time on each side. And when we back at downward facing dog, again, I am here as a visual. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, hop, step, float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, and you're off. Down dog is where we'll meet. Take your time getting there. As always, honor the pace of your breath and the rhythm that feels correct for you to move in. Let's add on to our flow. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold, land soft. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, bow in. Inhale, chair pose, sit low. Exhale, full airplane this time. Sweep your arms back, left leg back. Pause here for Shiva squats. Options to grab your blocks, bring them underneath your palms once again. You can even play with your balance a little bit more by bringing both of your palms to your heart. Wherever you are, inhale, chamber your left knee down and in. Exhale, begin to press your left heel down and back. Same thing with the blocks. Chamber in. Exhale, press. Move with your breath. We're beginning to build a little bit of heat. I'm definitely getting sweaty. I hope you are at home too. Whatever kind of energy that you need, whatever that you need to build, right now is the moment, so channel it in. Exhale into length. Inhale, find compression. Few more moments. 4, 3, 2, last one. Rise up, land in your grounded airplane. Then step your foot back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Next exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Big sweeping move. Inhale, I'll turn to face you in this direction. Warrior 2. All right, first warrior 2 of class. Feel free to surf it out. Find a little bit of movement in your body. When you're ready, settle into it. This time, really fix your gaze. Find your drishti, a meditative focus gaze towards one unmoving point in front of you. Channel in your warrior-like energy. Get a little bit lower and activate your back quad to support your body. Exhale. Inhale, star pose, rise up, take up space, shake out your hips, open up your heart, notice details in your body. Inhale. Exhale, take a mini back bend in your star pose, lift your chest up even more. Inhale, star. Exhale, horse pose, dip it down low, take it low, pause here, breathe. Next, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, eagle arms on the right. Wrap your right arm underneath your left. You can always grab a hold of opposite shoulders. Inhale, reach up, fingertips towards the sky. Exhale, touch your palms down towards the mat. Inhale, reach up, find a mini back bend. Exhale, sweep down, keep your tailbone low. Begin to move with your breath. Make this as dramatic as you need, as full as you want it. Feel a nice stretch in your shoulders. Actively press your palms together. And use this time, every single inhale, draw on what you need. And use your exhales to press out what you don't need. We're seeking balance here. Only you know what you have excess of and what you need more of. One more, inhale. Exhale. Next, inhale, rise up, star pose. Exhale, take another little back bend. Inhale, rise up, then bring your arms out to a T. Make sure all 10 toes are facing forward. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Softly bend down. Place your fingertips down on the mat. From here, you've got a little bit of free movement. You can move right into your more traditional grip, which is, to grab for the outside edges of both of your feet. You can take some twists. Whatever feels good. Breathe. Even yourself out if you need to. And we'll meet back in our forward fold, and from here we'll move into a little handstand drill. So we will be practicing a little bit of balance later with an option to take a handstand hop. So for awesome prep, press your palms into the mat, press harder into the L between your palms. From here, simply begin to lift your heels up. Pull up from your lower core, push your palms down, squeeze your lower belly. Feel your back muscles engage as you push, and you can turn on your lats, that's your armpit muscles. Just a few more here. See how high you can get up onto your tippy toes. 3, 2, 1. All right, softly settle into your forward fold just a little bit deeper with your exhale. Inhale, rise up, find length. Next, exhale, pivot off to the top of your mat. Right foot is forward. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, side plank. Turn over, right palm is your foundation. Pause here. Take any variation that you'd like in your side plank. We're not here for forever, but engage through your right side body. Lift up a bit higher. Inhale. Exhale, back into high plank. Flow through your vinyasa just as you want to. Down dog is where we'll meet. Breathe. Feel free to come through a child's pose. Take a sip of water. Wipe a little bit of sweat. How are you feeling, everyone? I know I'm getting warm. I know I'm getting sweaty. So notice how you're feeling right now. Notice what you need to pull through on the other side with just as much intention, just as much integrity, and attention to alignment. Let's do it again. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold, travel there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, bow in. Inhale, chair pose, sit low. Exhale, full airplane. Left leg is your foundation this time. Sweep your palms back. Option to grab a hold of your blocks, have them handy. We're moving into Shiva squat, so hands at blocks or hands at your heart. Press back with your exhale. Inhale, chamber your right knee down and in. Exhale, press your right heel back. Go for it. Move with your breath. Now, because of the big baby in my tummy, I'm having a hard time finding compression, and that is more than okay. Any other mamas to be, just find a little bit less compression. But otherwise, see if you can actually connect your forehead into your knee. Curl into a tiny little ball as you come in. Then lengthen your body. Feel your right hamstring as you kick out. Few more here. 3, 2. Last one. Extend your heel back. Exhale. Inhale, crescent lunge. Rise up, just passing through. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Sweep your palms back. Next, inhale, big move once again. Warrior 2. Surf out your lunge. Take up a little bit of space. Adjust your clothes if you need to. Whatever works. When you're ready, settle in once again. Find your focused gaze. Meditate for just a moment and breathe into warrior-like energy in whatever way that resonates with you. A few more moments. Inhale, star pose, rise up, shake out your hips, open up your palms. Inhale, exhale, take a little back bend, draw your shoulder blades in. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, horse pose. Take it nice and low. Pause here for just a moment once again. Connect with yourself. Connect with your breath. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, eagle arms on the left, opposite side. Press your palms together. Squeeze your elbows in. Drop your tailbone down. Inhale, fingertips up. Exhale, sweep down, curl and round your spine. Inhale, rise up, reach. Exhale, squeeze, pull everything in. And again, with your breath. And this should feel sustainable. This should feel good, and it should be about moving energy. So if you need to straighten your legs as you come up, that is totally cool. The intention here is not just to burn out your lower body, but to truly move energy. Movement can be medicine if you let it. So right now, inhale, draw in what you need. Exhale, press out whatever you have excess of. A few more times like this. Make it dramatic. Make it feel good. One more. Next, inhale, rise up, star pose. Exhale, bigger back bend, lift up. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring your arms out to a T. Pivot all 10 toes to face forward. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Slowly travel down. Same options here. Do something that feels good. Maybe it's the same thing you did on the other side. Maybe it's completely different. Notice if you're holding tension in your head and your neck. Maybe shake it out. You can move into Skandasana. Let's meet back in your forward fold. Exhale everything out. Press your hips open a little bit more. Open up through your root. Next, inhale. Press up onto your palms. We'll take a second set of the handstand prep. Heel lifts. Press your palms down. Make them super, super connected to the mat. Press your fingertips down. With your next exhale, begin to lift up onto your toes. Lift your heels up. Take this as slow as you want. And think about using the muscles that you used earlier in class to walk forward in your ragdoll forward fold. That's what we're working on, and eventually, this is what will help you to press up into a handstand. A few more. Keep breathing. And release. Soften yourself down into the mat. Exhale. Inhale, rise up, lift onto your fingertips. Exhale, pivot off towards the top of your mat, low lunge. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, side plank towards the opposite side. Opposite hand is your foundation. Take the same variation that you did on the first side. Keep a little bit of a bend in your bottom elbow. Reach up, feel the strength in your left side. Inhale. Exhale, back down into high plank. Your choice of any sort of a vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose or through your mouth if you need to release some heat. One more breath like that. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. And drop down to your knees. And take a moment just to pause. Breathe. Connect one palm to your heart, one palm to your belly. And just notice after movement, after playing around with physical asana, where your energy is shifted, how your nervous system is feeling. Just a moment to pause. All right, everyone, I hope you're feeling well. Take a moment for yourself if you want to wipe a bit of sweat, sip a little bit of water. We will move on to a little bit of belly up core, This is not a fit class, this is not a sculpt class, so I promise we will not be here for forever, but it will help us for where we're going into some balancing postures. So let's begin in a boat pose. And as I said earlier, I am with child, so I'll be showing you a modified version of a lot of our core exercises, but I want you to go for it, find a full range of motion. So for your boat pose, multiple layers, press your sit bones onto the mat, lift your chest up, and think about having a nice long spine first. You can keep your toes down on the mat. If you want a little bit more, lift your toes up, squeeze your thighs together. You can always straighten through your legs, straighten your arms, and I'll show you what that looks like with my feet on the mat. Come back just a little bit more, pull your chest up higher. Inhale. Exhale, wherever you are, slowly lower down, and I'll just show you for a second before I lower my feet. Low boat is where we're hold. So find a hollow body sensation. Now you keep your feet hovered off the mat. I'm gonna rest mine. Lift your shoulders up, gaze up, open up through your throat. Just a few more moments here. Exhale, softly lower your body down onto the mat. All right, we'll move into leg lifts. Bring your palms underneath your hips. If that feels a little bit more supportive, straight legs or bent knees. Slowly begin to lower your legs down. Squeeze your thighs together. Exhale, pull everything up. As I said, you can more than do this with bent knees. And we're not here for forever, so make the most of it. Think about using the deepest layer of your core to pull your legs all the way up and down. Press your lower back into the mat. I know that belly up core is not the most fun, but it is super important for all of our energetic centers, for our physical body to help protect our lower back. But your core chakra is the place where you hold so much passion, intuition, confidence, power. So breathe into it. Strengthen and pull the energy where you need it. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, lower your legs down and then roll over onto your right side. We're going to take some V crunches to the right. So you'll balance on your right, straight legs or bent knees, your choice. Just begin to exhale, connect your elbows in towards your knees. Crunch. Now here we're working on our obliques, our side bodies. And as I said, this is not a fit class, so we're not here forever. 4, 3, just bringing a little bit of heat to these areas. 2, 1. All right, now roll over to your left side. Mindfully transition over. Same thing here. Just begin to move with your breath. Exhale, squeeze everything in. See if you can feel a contraction between your rib and your hip for 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, roll back towards the top of your mat. Meet me in a boat pose. One more time. Your expression, straight legs, bent knees, toes on the mat, lift your chest. Release, soften down. Meet me in a downward facing dog. And we'll begin to take all of the postures that we've done and put everything together with one more standing series. Check back in with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. All right, let's move on, everyone. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, low lunge, step through, drop your back knee down. All right, we've got some splits play. Your blocks are here for a reason. So you can focus on half splits. This is a great place to be. We did this somewhat earlier, standing in the modified pyramid. This is a place to just take it a little bit deeper. Again, be mindful about which area you're stretching. You want to feel this in the belly of your hamstring muscles. If you feel ready to take this a bit deeper, you want to play with full splits, go for it. Just begin to extend your left leg back. And your blocks are here to support you. They just help to give you a little bit more length as you're transitioning down. So you can bring your blocks to your side, medium ways, bring them up long ways. And notice where your spine is. Keep it long. Notice where your hips are. Draw them both forward. And eventually, if you're ready, you can move into full Hanuman, reach your arms up over your head, or just stay. Open up through your hips. Breathe into your hips. We carry and store so much in our lower bodies. Last few moments. Then begin to slowly, mindfully transition out of that posture. Move absolutely as slow as you need to make that happen. Bring your blocks back towards the top of your mat. We'll meet in a low lunge once again. Right leg forward, left leg back. Inhale. Next, exhale, standing splits. Launch yourself up. Left leg lifts. We've got lots of options here, my friends. So you can stay in your standing splits with both palms on the mat. Focus on taking this hamstring opening a little bit deeper. You can play with balance by wrapping one hand around your calf and then the other. We also did set up for a little bit of handstand play. So if you're in the mood for it, L hops. Press your palms down. That area that we identified earlier, the L between your index finger and your thumb, press harder there. Fully flex and extend through your back leg. You can begin to take some of those heel lifts, or if you feel good, turn it into a little bit of a hop. Maybe your hop gets a little bit bigger to where you hold your hips over your shoulders. And again, that was a lot easier before I was 6 months pregnant. So just notice where you are. Notice what you need for today for about one more breath. Inhale. Next, exhale, softly lower down, settle down. Do a ragdoll forward fold once again. Shake out your beautiful hips. Breathe. Inhale, lift up halfway. Next, exhale, we'll meet back in our frog squat, just like we started out with. Pause here. We'll take this into a little bit more balance play with big toe pose. Left leg is your foundation. We'll start on our left side. So hook a hold of your right big toe, place your fingertip on the mat, and lift your hips up. Slowly, surely, begin to pick up your right foot. Once you feel good here, option to kick your foot out. Pause here, breathe. If it goes, begin to extend your foot out, maybe reach your arm up. Focus your gaze and press your tongue towards the roof of your mouth to help you find balance. Last few moments. Transition out mindfully into one leg mountain. Last balancing posture, dancer's pose. Transition slowly. See if you can keep your foot off the mat. Squeeze your inner thighs in towards each other. Lift your gaze up, inhale. Exhale, begin to dance. Kick your back foot up. Level out your hips. Breathe. I'll show this to you from the side. Keep a little bit of a bend in your standing leg. And let the kick drive and propel this posture. A few more breaths. It's okay to fall out. This is hard. This is balancing. Release. Bring your palms together at your heart. Breathe. You can bring your palms down by your side. And take a moment to become more aware of how your body feels after that. Just let it land. Notice your energetic system, your nervous system, your blood pumping, all the little details after finding movement. Let's do that on the other side before we take it down to the floor. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, your vinyasa, second to last. We meet in downward facing dog, and feel free to skip your vinyasas if you've had enough. Other side. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, low lunge, step through and land light. Drop your back knee down. Same thing here. We're working on splits again. So if you went for the half splits, great place to be. Take your blocks if you want to. This is a really great place, even if you're not working on full splits, to get deep, deep, deep into your hamstring muscles. Pike your hips back. Use inhales to lengthen your chest. Exhales to come in a little bit deeper but with a long spine. And again, if you're going for full Hanuman, big, powerful, rooted posture, begin to crawl your right foot back, drop your hips down, take your blocks with you if you want to, and settle in. Notice if anything feels forced, if anything feels rushed, and if anything feels unnecessary, get rid of it. There's no right answers. The goal isn't to be in full splits. The goal is to open up through your root chakra, these energetic areas in our bodies that become closed, that easily become locked. Then release. Slowly, mindfully shift out of it. Bring your blocks forward. We'll meet in our low lunge once again. Left leg forward, right leg back. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, launch forward. Standing splits. Same options here. Bump your right hip down. Pull the crown of your head down. Begin to extend through your top leg. Play with your balance. If you want to go for the little hops once again, notice where your weight is in your palms. Push the mat away from you. Start with these little heel raises or flex through your hamstring, strong back leg. Begin to take little kicks up. Little L hops. And you could always do these against a wall if that feels a little bit better. A few more moments wherever you are. Release into your forward fold. Feet are hip width distance apart. Shake it out, just like we started. Inhale, halfway lift. Next exhale, frog squat. Once again, let's land in it. Let's take our last two balancing postures on the opposite side before we're on the mat for the rest of class. So this time, right foot presses down. Big toe pose. Hook onto your left big toe. Bring your fingertips down, lift your heels up. Slowly, mindfully, using the strength we built in our core and our inner thighs, begin to lift up. Extend your foot. And if it goes, pull your leg out. Lift your chest. Lift your arm. Pause. Inhale, transition into one leg mountain. Left leg is still up. Exhale, dancer's pose. Opposite side, grab for the inside arch of your right foot. Squeeze your thighs together. Inhale to find length. Exhale to kick. Once again, I'll show you from this side. A moment of silence, just to acknowledge equilibrium, balance in your physical systems. Inhale. Exhale. Release. Bring your palms together. Close your eyes. And this time, option to bring a palm to your heart, a palm to your belly. Feel your heart beating. Feel your breath. And acknowledge the dedication. Acknowledge the prana, the life force within your physical asana, within everything that you've just done standing. Without judgment, without needing to fix anything, just notice. Let's take it down to the mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, final vinyasa of class. You can skip through it and roll straight through to downward facing dog like I'm doing. You can add another handstand hop As I said, this is your time. From down dog, shift forward, drop down onto your knees, and rise up for camel pose. One last heart opener. We opened up the back line of our bodies a lot. We opened up the front line, and let's do one more big front line opener. So for camel pose, bring your palms to your lower back. Palms face up or face down. I like face up because it gives a little bit more of a wrist stretch. Squeeze your elbows in. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, move into your back bend. Stay here. If your heels are easily accessible for you, grab for them. Wherever you are, pull your hips just a little bit further forward. Consciously think about opening up the space in your heart. Opening it up to receive more of what you need. Open up your throat as well. Big exhale. Release. Slowly come on up. Sit your hips down on the mat. Close your eyes, palms on your lap. And breathe. And shift your hips off into either direction. We'll take a nice wide leg forward fold. So bring your legs out nice and wide. Shift the gift on your hips so that you feel nice and rooted. Flex your toes back towards your shin. Then begin to walk your fingertips forward. And pause here for a moment. Notice length in your spine. Maybe close your eyes. And if it goes, begin to bend your elbows. Maybe walk your fingertips further forward. You can always grab a block to bring the mat closer to you. But we want to feel grounded. We're beginning to prepare for our final resting posture. So slow everything down. Your breath, your heart, your thoughts. Where are you still holding on to tension in your body, possibly your jaw, your forehead, your toes? Just let it go. And slowly begin to rise back up. Take your block out of the way. Grab behind the back of your thighs. Lift your knees up. Close your legs like a book. And shift your hips slightly forward. Use your last bit of core energy to lower yourself down onto your mat. From here, supine figure 4. Hook your right heel over your left knee. You can stay exactly as is. If you want a little bit more, begin to pick your knees up. Grab behind your left thigh or your left shin. Just take another moment to breathe into your open hips. Release. Let's switch to the other side. Opposite foot over opposite knee. Flex your toes back. And then go for the stretch that feels good for you on this side. Release. Stamp your feet a little bit wider than mat width distance apart. And cactus your arms and begin to rock your knees from side to side. Just find a little sway, a little release in your lower back, a little bit more of a release for your hips. Once you're even, ball pose. Bring your knees into your chest. Press yourself as tightly as you can. Draw your forehead into your knees. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Thank yourself for showing up, for dedicating time to take for yourself, to notice what's going on physically, and of course a bit deeper, what's within. Inhale. Exhale, release. Final Shavasana. Take up space on your mat. Bring your arms and legs out wide. Soften your jaw. Soften your forehead. Your tongue from the roof of your mouth. And just be. Breathe. By asking ourselves which direction we need to move in to find balance, we have a useful starting point for our daily practice. Balance is dynamic and it changes day by day. And finding it from moment to moment requires clarity, flexibility, and resistance. All things that we can practice on our mat. Continue to breathe. As BKS Iyengar said, in whatever position one is in, or whatever condition one's life is placed, one must find balance. Balance is the state of the present, the here and the now. If you balance in the present, you are living in eternity. This is where I will leave you in your final resting posture, as this is the real intention of everything that we've done in the last hour, is to find this moment of stillness. It is an honor and a pleasure to be able to guide you through this practice. So thank you so much for being here with me. Continue to rest.